Now in this video we'll discuss about the parametric test, right? In hypothesis testing, right, there are some types of test that we used, right, for the different situation. So there are basically four tests. Number one is ANOVA and the chi-square test, t-test, and the z test, right? So ANOVA basically use, let's try to understand what is the t-test first, right? In a t-test, as we have studied already, right, as we have studied already, that we do the hypothesis testing on the parameters. So in z-test, basically we check, or we can say we compare the mean. We check the mean of the two samples or the one sample, right, with the small number of sample, right? So in t-test, basically we check the mean. There can be one, there can be two, and the z-test is similar to the t-test, but here in a z-test we use the large number of, we use the sample greater than 30, right? In the chi-square test, chi-square test is used, chi-square test is used on the categorical variables, right? In the categorical variables, what we can test the goodness of fit. Number one, that is the one application of the chi-square test, which we can check the goodness of fit. Another application of the chi-square test, to check the independence, or the, I can say, the relationship between the two categorical variables. We check the relationship or independency between the two categorical variables, right? And what is the goodness of it? Goodness of it says, we want to see here that either the sample we have that we are working on, either this sample is belong to the population or not, right? So that is basically the goodness of it. And the ANOVA, as I said, in the t-test we check the mean of maximum. We can check the two means here, right? But in the ANOVA test we can check three or more than three. So that is the difference between the ANOVA and the t-test. T-test we can use two means to check. We can check two means, but in ANOVA test we basically check three or more than three means of the group or sample, I can say. So first we will discuss the t-test in detail, right? In t-test, what are the types of the t-test, and then we will discuss chi-square test, right? So let's discuss what is the t-test. If I talk about the t-test, so basically t-test is categorized in a two way. One is a t-test for the one sample. As I said, it can be used for the one mean, to check the one mean as well. So basically we use the one sample. So t-test is basically categorized in this way. It can be used for one sample and can be used for the two samples, right? Now in a two sample there are the two cases. One is the unpaired two sample and the second is the paired two sample, right? In the unpaired samples we try to take two different samples and try to check their means between them, right? Either there is a significant difference or not, right? And the pair t-test, we take the same sample, but here in a pair t-test we try to check the difference before and after. What is the difference in a one sample before and after, right? That is what the peer t-test is all about, right? So we'll discuss in a detail one by one.